beautiful bitches, we are back again. Little internal pod, me and the wife. Hello.
Hello.
Answering your Q&A questions. It's going to be a bit of a rabbit hole. I was looking at the questions earlier.
They're funky today, aren't they?
They are funky.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like the weather, but...
Well, there's allegedly like a solar storm, happening. The Northern Lights just happened.
Retrograde and Mars and stuff. Yeah.
My asparagus is messing with my Uranus.
Oh, right.
You get it. I feel like it hasn't been you and I in a while.
I know.
On the pod, huh?
What are you... Is there somebody else?
There's no one else. No, just you. Just you, lady. You're glowing.
Oh, thank you.
You said you had some wild questions, so maybe we just defer to...
Yeah, why don't we skip mine? Because I don't know what the people were... Appreciate the questions. Some of them weren't so bad, but some of them were like...
This one you might do double-click on the abbreviation, but... question number 1. Hello. How is the TTC journey going emotionally? Praying for y'all.
Oh, you know what TTC stands for?
What does TTC stand for?
Trying to conceive.
Ooh, right.
Yeah.
Banging with a purpose, I call it.
Right.
Banging with a purpose.
BWP.
BWP.
We should start saying that, BWP.
You've heard of TTC. How about BWP? Banging
like
with a purpose.
We're going to start doing that.
Congrats on the sex.
Ooh, that was really... that was good. Emotionally, I think we've been pretty good. I get to talk to you, which is good. I feel like you've been really understanding of like how mentally it feels a little different for me. I think the toughest point is what we call like the luteal phase. So that's after after ovulation, before you get your cycle, like before your cycle begins. I think that's been emotional because like you're just waiting, and that's when I'm like the most bloated and the most emotional. But thank you. We're good. We talk about it. We're patient.
Do you get stressed at all? Like I didn't know ladies will only be in heat for like 7 seconds out of every month. It's like 4 or 5 days that you're like even eligible to get pregnant.
Eligible,
which is wild.
Yeah.
How are you feeling emotionally? Like, when you are in heat and then you find out the next month you're not preggers, are you like, how do you balance that?
I think just trying to like, I keep reminding myself, like, I know I can go talk to you, which like really helps. But I think just trying to like remind myself, like, you and I pray every night. We know it's going to happen. I think the biggest thing is like, I'm so type A, and this is something that I have so many friends who don't even have endometriosis or PCOS or any issues, and it's taking them a long time. So I think it's just like so hard to like not know what's going on. Like you can't plan it, you don't know. Right. And then it stinks too, because the day you get your period, it's like there's nothing I can do about this now. We can't start trying tomorrow. You have to wait until I ovulate on like cycle day 18. So it's 18 days before we even get like another chance.
Right.
So like,
Right.
It's a lot of mathematics that goes into it.
It is. A lot of math. A
lot of
math.
BWP.
So, yeah. I think we're onto something there. On a lighter note, what is the thing you find most annoying about the other person?
Ooh. You go first. I'm interested. Do you have one?
Most annoying. You're doing a lot better with it now, but I get... probably your shopping, your spending is much better. Much better now. You've worked on it a ton. You've come a long way that we've talked about.
There's no like little thing I do at home that like pisses you off?
Oh, wow. I have a deep one. Yeah. Jeez. You will, instead of just saying the sentence, hey, the sentence starts here and it ends here. We're getting from A to B. You loop-de-loop. Yeah. So like if you were trying to say, hey, I got tickets for us to go to the Celtics. Yeah. That's the sentence. But when you say it, it's, so I talked to like Autumn and she like hit me up in DMs. And oh my God, Autumn's doing so good, by the way. She's like, loving life. Anywho, squirrel. So I went to CVS, I got a coffee, and then, back to Autumn. So Autumn hit me up. That's my favorite season, too, honestly, is autumn. It's the best out of... Winter's tough in New England, but autumn is beautiful. I'm a leaf peeper. We should go up north to leaf peep. Anywho, Autumn got us tickets for... what's that one where... Not on the ice, not on the field. And I'll be like... I get it. And I'm like... As you're talking, I'm like, cut my life into pieces. I'm ready to de-earth myself.
I think that might be one of the things that annoy me most about you, though.
Really?
Which is funny.
Here we go.
Because sometimes I'm like, honey, I haven't seen you for a little bit. Let's just talk. Let's catch up. Who cares if I'm not going straight from point A to B? Let's chitter-chatter. Mm-hmm. Tell me how you're feeling.
Yeah. No, I'm cool with that if we're like on a boat across the ocean or maybe stuck in traffic.
Then book me a boat. I don't know.
You know, that's just... Is that your real one? That I don't know. I shut it back?
No. I think that makes me laugh. Probably just when you put food, you want to put everything in the garbage disposal. A whole plate of spaghetti and meatballs, you're like, that can go down the garbage disposal. And then you don't clean up the sink, so then it hardens, and I have to scrub it down. Or when you leave one grape, one blueberry in the container in the fridge. One.
I also never grew up with a garbage disposal, so.
I didn't either.
Well, we're learning. We're testing it out.
No, we're just like hashing everything out.
Yeah. This is going to get spicy. There's like 8 extra letters in each one of these words.
Oh.
So I think this person was just lit when they did this.
Daddy.
What do you do if your fiance forgot your birthday 1 month before your wedding?
I got the same question.
You got the same one?
Mm-hmm.
Was it all spelt a little weird?
Well, it says anonymous, honey. Anon, please. Like anonymous,
yeah,
please.
you're good.
Yeah.
And then WWYD is...
What would you do?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's no extra letters. Now that I'm reading it.
Yeah.
Anon, please.
I feel like it's tough because, I mean, how forgotten are we talking about? Like
1 month out from the wedding.
No, I know, but is it like
birthday.
The whole day went by and like it was never discussed? Because there's times where like my dad would text me hours later and be like, sorry, dude, I was exhausted in the morning. It's not my first thought. And especially a month before the wedding, there is a lot that's on your mind, stuff going on. I mean, I think I grew up with everyone always forgetting my birthday, so now I make it a point to make sure everyone knows, like, down to the minute. So it's tough. Like, I know I used to get so annoyed. I don't know. I mean, your fiance should never forget your actual birthday. However, if it's something where, like, just been busy, stressed, like, I mean, month before your wedding, every payment's due.
Right.
Like, it might not be that they physically forgot, just they woke up that morning and it wasn't the first thought on your brain. And if they, like, apologized and, like, was like, I'm going to make this up to you, you know.
Yep, I agree.
So
I agree. Cut him some slack, maybe.
Yeah.
You know, that's 1 month. I remember I was in a panic 1 month out.
Oh yeah.
Not for the wedding itself, or that I was nervous to marry you. It was more financially.
Right.
You know, you're
no,
like,
I mean though.
It's fine. We just won't eat.
Yeah.
Or like, can we have some of the wedding food now?
Yeah, I think it's definitely like one of the. I think it's one of those things that, like, I got to know all the details. Like, is this someone who, like, doesn't treat you well to begin with, forgets things to begin with, or you just kind of was it a funky day?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
This.
Well, do you want me to read them?
Go-to meals to kick together, but probably cook. It is KICK. It's got to be go-to meals to cook together.
Oh, cook together.
So I'm telling you, something weird is happening.
So, I mean,
One of them, we're not even going to go over this, but one of them literally just says, do y'all communicate?
No.
Never spoken to the lady. Like something weird is happening.
No, I told you I have one that says, put these in order. Mom, dad, husband, wife, kids. And I was like, from like birth?
Right.
Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah. One of them was fuck one, marry one, kill one. It's all inanimate objects. Kitchen drawer,
but like what,
paper towels.
This is what drugs are on the street these days?
What's happening?
Back in my day, it used to just be a little bit of Mary Jane, and now I don't even know.
Here's a good one. What's your opinions on shared versus separate bank accounts?
Ooh, so we talk about this often. I mean, it depends on like what you guys decide is going to be your layout, of course. Like, are you both working? Do you both bring in equal money? Do you both have like careers versus like, are you both working to stay like just at whatever the minimum bare meat, whatever that sentence is.
Minimum bare meat.
You know what I mean? Breathing level. But
Whoa.
I think that we've seen like lots of different families and lots of different ways that people do things. And what works for us is that we have our separate bank accounts, but then we have the one joint bank account. And that goes towards, we each put in a certain amount to this bank account. I put in 0, you put in everything. And that's like, because I've heard people say like they have an allowance, and that just, I'm like, that's not like
crazy.
Yeah, like your husband is not your boss or something.
Right.
Like you're like, well, maybe mine. Yeah. But like, I think that's what works for us, and that's what makes it. You also need to, like, you and I have had so many financial conversations, like tough conversations with me being in so much debt, that now I feel good and honest and not like embarrassed or nervous to come to you and be like, hey, like this month I'm struggling or something. Yeah. Like I'm not carelessly spending, or like, you know, maybe I did shop a little bit and I shouldn't have, but hey, it is what it is. Like I don't have to hide it from you anymore.
Right.
But I think having completely separate bank accounts, like that's not even a partnership. But if it's what works for you, it's not my life. I don't care.
100%.
But you need to be able to have at least the conversations. I mean, it goes vice versa, where there's guys who sometimes like gamble and spend so much money too, and the girl's like, what the fuck?
Right. Yeah, they've known.
So you just need to, I think, as long as you're having open conversation. But I really like the way you and I have set it up.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
And I think like you and I understand our roles too, and how they're equal, even though they might look different.
Mm-hmm. That's a great answer. To sum up what my wife said. Sum it up.
A, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, B.
This is what works for us. This is just what works for my wife and I. Might not work for you, but it works great for us. We have 2 separate business bank accounts. Ashley DeMato-Cooney LLC, Kevin Cooney LLC, and then we have a 3rd bank account that's like this equal shared fund, if you will. Yeah, call it the Cooneys, you know? You can pull anything you want from that. That can go, it's like the fun account, you know? Anything fun you want to do comes from there. But that way, yeah, it's not an allowance. It's not like,
yeah, that sounds so.
You know, and you and I have just such, call it old school roles that we really love. Like, I thoroughly love being the bill payer, as weird as that sounds. You know, like
if I had to be the one to pay the bills, they would never be paid.
See, yeah, and that would be, I sleep well at night knowing our electricity is never going to shut off. You know, but then you being the CHO of our household, Chief Heart Officer, who literally turns the house into a home. And which sounds so cliche, but then
no, I mean it's
like we had friends over a couple nights ago that came to the apartment and they were like, "Whoa, this place it's immaculate." And it's immaculate because of her. When I had that apartment, it was a milk crate and literally Doritos.
And like I enjoy it. Remember yesterday I put the garbage disposal lemon cleaner down it, and I'm like, oh, this just puts me in the best mood.
Yeah. Ashley was cleaning the house yesterday, and she was like doing the gritty and cleaning.
Like, I was like moaning and cleaning.
But her doing the gritty looks funny because we're kind of aged too old for that dance, so it looked like her like solving a mystery on like Japers Shaggy. Not like the gritty. But she loves that role, Chief Heart Officer. You know?
Yep.
And if you hated it, I'd hope you'd come to me and we'd talk about it. We'd find whatever the next new role is, if you will.
No, I love it. I took your blanket off of you last night. You were trying to watch TV and cuddle, and I was like, it's time to fold this up.
It's true. Yeah. Yeah. So, and let's just real quick, you came from, what did you say, 80 grand in debt?
Because I had about like 65. Yeah.
This girl, my wife, had $80,000+ in debt. 60 plus of that was student loans. The rest was consumer debt on a credit card. Had what was in your savings at the time?
I didn't have a savings.
No savings, which is good. Living life on the edge. You know?
I was living paycheck to paycheck, and if I couldn't afford my rent, I would pick up another shift at the restaurant.
Right. And now to see you go a complete 180 and pay off all of that debt and you owe no money to anyone. Like, and then every dollar you make now can go right into your savings, which you've built up your savings. For those listening, not watching, she just rolled her eyes. That money's not going in there. It is. Okay.
No, it's going into my savings.
Oh, I check the accounts.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, I know.
So kudos to you, because that's what a milestone.
Thank you.
What was, for a lot of people that might be in debt right now, when you were in severe debt and had no savings, and someone like me would come around, did you believe anything I was saying to you early days, or were you like, was it so far-fetched for you to have
I think
no debt and have a healthy savings and have great income?
I think it just like, I would get so mad at you because I'm like, you're so unrealistic. Like, I can't not spend $1, Kevin. Like, and I did spend money, like, I did, like, and we figured out what was,
She used to literally bring in like $2,500 a month, but would spend $4,000 a month.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know if I'm mad or impressed that somehow you find more credit to spend.
No, I think I would what got me, and whenever people ask me for it, I've filmed so many videos on this, and then it's just been like tough to post because I think, as you said, I can never just get straight to the point. So it's, I don't think it comes off as strong as I need it to. But a lot of people, if like they DM me and I'll just respond and tell them how I came debt free, they like don't like my answer because I think everyone's expecting like some like way to get around it. Mm-hmm. And I like just say
way to get around it and by not paying is what you're saying.
No, but yes, by not paying, but also just by like an easy thing, like, oh, I met a sugar daddy and he paid it for me.
Right.
Like no one wants to be told like you're the freaking problem. Mm-hmm. Stop. Like I mean, and you and I talk about it all the time too. Like sometimes it's easier to just like nod and yes people and stuff, like because it's not your issue to deal with. But, like, I had to stop being like, oh, I deserve this. I had such a hard day. No, I did the bare minimum.
Right.
I didn't deserve shit. Like, but I also think,
look
like...
at you, not giving yourself watered-down assessments of where you're actually at.
But you just had to realize that. Like, I had to get to the point where I was like, all right, either I get to live a life in 10 years. Well, I mean, I paid it off quicker, but I'm saying, like, by the time you have kids, like, I want to be able to give them every single thing in the world. Mm-hmm. But like not have to worry about like can I or like ooh how much debt is this going to put me in?
Yep.
And if I continued to be with the debt and my spending habits, like I would have just been in more debt to give my kids what they wanted. So like now I'm like oh I can do that without having to stress about what more debt that's going to put me in or how much more negative I'm going to be in. And on top of it, like with having to pay it off, like I put myself in such a better like mindset where now like I'll look to I still shop, but a lot of the stuff I shop for I generally will like sit there and think like okay like is this worth the money, is it like am I gonna use it?
Wow, look at you,
opposed to just like oh it's cute I want it now.
Right.
So
having some self-control there. Wow.
Yeah.
Living proof right there that it's possible.
Thank you.
I did the same thing. 60K, brought it down to nothing. So proud of you.
Thank you.
That was one of the next questions too, which we already covered, is how do you like girl math? It's really
that's the tough thing too, because people are like, do you really spend like that? And I'm like, no, like the jokes about girl, so almost like a lot of like the girl math jokes are like what like your mindset really is saying, and you have to kind of talk yourself out of it sometimes, even on my end.
Yeah, no, I agree. Which
those aren't made up thoughts.
No, yeah, no, a lot of those girl math bits were really less of bits and real life pain and suffering that we've overcome. We're switching notes here. Yeah. Where are the best kept date spots around the Boston area?
You and I I think the difference of you and I is we love a good bar to sit at. And you and I aren't even big drink it. Kevin.
A good what?
Bar.
Woof.
Bar. A good bar.
I don't know where you're going, but I will find you. I'll hunt you down. I'll find you. I'll follow our love to find you.
Oh.
You're going to be sitting where?
At the bar.
Okay. I'll bring the cigarette.
But no, you and I love a good fancy bar. We don't like to be at the places where like everyone else is kind of going. So I think that's where our differences lie. We just recently went to Ama and loved it at Raffles.
Where?
Ama.
I don't know where we're supposed to meet you.
We loved Ama. We loved the Umbria bar. What else does that go to?
Wait, what was the one we did in Back Bay?
Ama. At Rap for your birthday?
What was it called?
Ama.
Your mom's here right now. No joke. Amar, best place ever.
Yeah,
that is
we loved it.
It's on like the 18th floor or something in Back Bay.
Yeah, beautiful view.
Just opened a couple months ago?
A couple months ago, yeah.
Place is insane.
Yeah.
You have to go to Amar. It's the coolest date spot ever. Insane views.
Yeah. And I had gluten and dairy while there, and neither bothered my stomach. They were like good food. It wasn't like processed.
Honestly, Amar might be my new number one spot.
They just opened a new restaurant. Well, it's opening tomorrow in that hotel. We got to get over there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
In that same hotel?
In the same hotel.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I would agree with you. Amar is my favorite as well. What is something you guys do routinely to make each other feel special?
Oh, I like this one.
We probably say I love you 8 million times a day.
Yeah.
But that is not really
no.
routine.
I think we do like good at the end of the day. You know, I'll always ask you, and like you'll always ask me like, what was the best part of your day?
Yeah.
But I think just like how we communicate, how we like quality time together. We'll like have conversations, be like, all right, like no phones right now. It's tough when like both of our jobs are on our phone, but we do have to like find the time to be like, all right, phones away. I don't care if the world's burning around us. Like, here's our time. We go on date nights, which I think is important. Sometimes like you and I prefer to just kind of like eat at home, but I think date nights are also important just to get out.
Something we do with no phones is we go on walks.
Oh, we're going to go on a walk tonight.
We sound 80 years old.
I love walks.
Sometimes we'll go to dinner, and other times we'll go on walks.
I also think it's like, remember where were we the other day? Oh, at the hotel lobby bar. And we were having like such deep conversations, and we were like laughing because we're like, any other couple our age definitely does not have conversations
that is
this like
our,
deep.
I'm a sucker for a good lobby bar. Mm-hmm. If we're in New York, it's the Plaza. If we're home, it's Park Plaza. 2 drinks in, and now you start having like, we'll have crazy deep talks. We're talking deep space, astrophysics.
Yeah.
Like
World Wars.
Yeah. Oh my God. Speaking of World Wars, if you are looking for a new show to watch, we got it for you right here. Okay. It's called We're the Lucky Ones. This 8-part series, World War II, follows a legitimate family living in Poland who were Jewish, and it goes through basically their day-to-day struggle of living in occupied Nazi territory. It is so good.
Yeah.
It's adventurous. It's a thriller. It's a true story. We were the lucky ones. It's emotional. Whew, that one really takes you for a ride.
Yeah.
That one's so insane. I don't want to spoil it for you. I want to go deep into it, but I don't want to spoil it for anyone. But it's
a lot of people read the book, I'm sure, too. So.
Oh yes, it was a book.
Yeah.
I don't really read, but if it is in film, film is my literature. They say, you know, a must watch. Gift for your spouse on the wedding day. Please help.
Ooh, so I got you the cross that you're wearing because you've always wanted one.
Yes.
And I wanted to splurge a little bit for my husband who just paid a lot of money. You got me these beautiful diamond earrings.
Yep. Yeah. I always think I like a gift that they can wear on the wedding day.
Yeah.
You know, for guys, like a nice, cross or chain, maybe a bracelet, a watch.
Yeah.
Girls, same deal.
Yeah.
Earrings, some pearls.
Ooh.
Whatever's,
and then I got you your socks with my face on them.
Oh, yeah. That's kind of her thing now. I have 2 pairs of socks with Ashley's face on it. Kind of fun.
Yeah.
Kind of fun. Some of these are just really
so tough.
Really bizarre. This one's crazy. I'm just gonna read the words and we'll see if this even forms a legit sentence.
Okay.
Why a guy pretend to like you out then dump?
Okay.
No explanation either.
I think I see where she's coming. So why does a guy pretend to like you, ask you out, and then just end things?
Okay, I was thinking like why a guy pretend to like, but then he goes dump, like he takes a poop.
No, honey.
But yours is probably the closer.
Mine I think makes more sense. Interesting from like the guy and girl's perspective, I guess. Go ahead.
No, please.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I guess from like my past experiences, I think guys get bored in like attention, to be honest. You were pretty enough to like, it sounds so shallow, but I think for the most part, it's like, yeah, you were pretty enough to like spend a little time with them for now, but you weren't it. And they're bored and they just move on. It sounds so shallow, but I think hearing that truth of that is better than being like, he's just busy and doesn't know what he wants. Like, no, he just doesn't want you, unfortunately.
Right. Or he's just a little horny. You know?
Right, that's what...
And you got.
You can fill a space for right now, but honey, he doesn't need you long term.
Right. There it is. Head on a swivel out there, ladies.
Sucks to suck, but honestly, at the end of the day, like, I say this all the time, like, I always tell the honest truth because I wish I got it rather than cried over losers so many times.
Right. And what seems really big and emotional at the time, a couple years from now, you like
you had to stop texting me because you wanted to talk to me so much.
Okay.
No, but I mean, like, the person that, like, you're meant to be with, like, you're not going to have this, like, why are they stopped talking to me? Like, he will continue to talk to you so much that you'll be like, holy moly, bro, let me breathe.
Yes.
That's the one.
Yes. Well said. Why don't we wrap on this is some other really weird ones in here, too. What do you and Ash do for full-time jobs? Hello.
That was a wicked ugly face. Sorry if you have to crop that in.
Do you want to say the news? Do you want me to announce the news for you?
Drum roll, please.
Am I saying it?
Yeah, you say it, because I'm awkward.
Ashley Noel DeMato-Cooney is now officially full-time with me on social media. Whoa! How crazy.
So crazy.
That's why we were talking about her debt earlier. Long time coming. Yep. I could not be more proud of you to watch you go from drowning in copious amounts of debt and making almost $0 at the time to now completely reversing that and being debt-free with awesome savings and healthy income coming in is like the coolest thing ever.
Thank you.
You are living proof that anyone can change no matter what circumstances you are in. It was really cool to witness it in front row seats, through all the trials and triumphs and tears.
I mean, you sat there with 7 jobs or maybe I went through in the past. We haven't even been together 4 years.
Yep. But for those listening, Ashley was working at Mass Gen, a very prestigious place, and they pay nothing knowing that it's a resume builder.
$20.24 with a master's degree in 7 years.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
$20.24 an hour?
Yeah.
With a master's degree.
I was there for 7 years with a master's degree.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
But for you to also, Ashley went from, this is what's so cool about you. Ashley went from the healthcare field and then pivoted to sales.
Worst job I've ever had.
And then hated sales and then was in hospitality this whole time as well as a bartender and a server. And then got into the health and wellness space, to see you, and then got into the beauty space as well in the cosmetic industry. To then now be in social media is the coolest glow up I have ever seen. I can't say it enough. You should be so, so, so proud of yourself. And I'm so excited that we get to go on this journey now together.
I know.
No,
I'm so excited. It was a long time coming. But I mean, I was saying this to you the other day, it's so crazy how I went from all that debt. I worked 3 jobs around the clock, but had no money in my bank account, never paid $1 off my debt. And I'm like, how did I work 3 jobs but had no money, but wasn't paying debt? So where was it going? And I'm just being so careless with it to now be able to be like, oh wow, I have paid off my debt. I put money in my savings. And if I can be consistent with this and make a little bit more than I made last year with this.
Which you will.
But you
already have.
Thank you. I'm good. And I have my time back. We can do this together. We can grow together.
How crazy.
Yeah. When I left work last week, I was like, I've never left work not having a next work to go to. It was so weird.
And now look at you.
Yeah.
I am so proud of you.
Thank you.
God. Living proof right here, ladies and gentlemen, all on the No Limits podcast. We'll do more of these. We'll do more Q&As. We got to do some more live caller pods as well for relationships.
We got to do Q&As when Maz isn't in.
Yeah. The questions were a little, but still good. Still good questions. Solid. If we didn't get to your question on this round, we will get to it next round. If you could like and subscribe to the pod, mean the absolute world to us. Also, leave a review, good or bad. We will read them both. You can leave that review right below wherever you're listening on.
Cool.
Spotify, podcast app, YouTube. Hugs and kisses, gang. This is the No Limits podcast.